Yeah, so it's just,
Anita?
yeah.
Oh.
Hey, it is 6 o'clock. Exactly. So we will call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Please rise for me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I still
Salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, to be a symbol of perfect friendship among the united cultures.
Very nice. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all our veterans for your service, your dedication to protect the freedoms we all hold dear. So thank you so much. Happy Veterans Day. Item 2, consent agenda. Item A, consideration to adopt meeting agenda. Do I have a motion on the floor?
I make a motion that we adopt the meeting agenda.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item 2B, consideration to approve minutes of the previous meetings, the regular meeting held on October 14th, 2024. Do we have a motion on the floor? I don't know if you guys had time to look over those.
I wasn't at that meeting, so I mean, I didn't see any.
I wasn't at that meeting either, actually, so I didn't know. I moved we approved the minutes of that meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, so October 14th meeting minutes have been approved. Item 3, student reports. Do we have any student reports?
Peter's our only student.
Yeah, Peter, do you
We're
have
glad
something to
you're
say?
here.
You have the spotlight, dude.
Like,
No.
it's like, no, thank you.
Not really.
Not really.
Go for it. If mom's good.
What it is, but yeah, go.
Happy time. There's like students that wear the handle and you hold on to the handle and you run the students and jump on the students.
Those are fun because then you're on the floor like that, huh? Yeah,
Did it
those
scoot out
are
from
fun.
under you?
I felt bored because I was going to class and see people happy.
Oh, no.
But you're okay.
But you're good. Yeah.
We can't tell.
Yeah, the nurse was really called us and let us know everything was well.
And those scooters, yeah, those scooters are fun though. Those are fun.
Well, we're glad you had fun, but we're glad you didn't get hurt.
Slow down. You got to slow down. That's what. Yeah. Okay. Item B, board report. Do you have any?
I think it's just amazing what's been accomplished in the weeks since the flood, and appreciate everything that everybody has done in our community. It's thank you doesn't seem like enough words, but everybody working together, it's pretty amazing.
Thank you. Everything that you guys are doing here at the school for the families and everything is very nice.
It's heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. That's the way I like to think of it, because it's heartbreaking to watch everybody's entire lives, but then you watch everybody's give it of their entire selves for everyone. So thank you. Item 3C, construction report.
I have a quick report, and just to let you know, we met Chris, Dr. Graves, and I met with our design professionals, and tomorrow we have a meeting with the design team. So from at the next board meeting on, the architects will be on the agenda. They'll be online just to give a short report. There's not going to be a whole lot, I don't know, to report on, other than they'll get us organized and ready to go. So they're excited, very excited. Something new for all of us.
For sure. Thank you. Item 3D reports. Do we have any director reports?
Okay, so at the high school, as you know, we just finished our state testing, SAT and PSAT, and so we're starting to get scores rolling in because it is completely digital testing. So hopefully by next board meeting, I'll be able to share some of that data comparative, especially like our 12th grade group, because they were tested 11th grade twice and then in 10th grade. So we'll have a lot of real true data with all of our groups. Shout out to Erin Loveland and National Honor Society for today's Veterans Day lunch presentation. They did an amazing job. Had a guest speaker who was local, and the kids just were glued in and locked in listening. And I'm proud of our kids. They were well behaved. Her middle school was well behaved, and so I'm proud of high school because they're a little antsy. They want to go. But I had seniors that even stayed, even though they were done with the day, and so I was real happy to see that happening in high school. Football game this week is Friday night, and those listening online, ticket sales are online only, and I posted it on our webpage, and I went ahead and posted it on Facebook because we still have some Facebook lookers, and so they're on there along with the website. There are no cash ticket sales at the gate. This is NMAA, and so all tickets have to be purchased online, and no passes will be accepted. So no season passes, no retiree passes.
What teams are they?
So it's the Dexter Demons and the Hatchet Valley Bears, and we've already played them once before. So go Demons, right? Yeah. And then volleyball is headed out to state on Wednesday, and we'll have a send off at about 9:30 for the volleyball team in front of the school. And that's all for high school.
Righty, thank you. Is that everyone? Yeah, we good. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors.
Just real quick, I did, we were supposed to be receiving a couple of new buses in the month of November. And that's not going to happen. I did speak with them, probably going to be early spring. They're just so back ordered right now. Industry pretty backward.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Ms. Fergie.
Share some cool things. So I am super excited to report at the end of term 1, we had our Caesar Better. We did a superheroes lunch, and Ms. Shelley and her staff hooked us up with some amazing things. And we had 128 students qualify. That was the highest number to date. It was 71% of our total student enrollment qualified for Caesar Better. And they literally cried that day. They were happy tears. And I just want to shout to staff for their flexibility. And so many of them are even dedicating time after school and after hours to just provide, those extra minutes of support. And it really has made all the difference. But it's been a phenomenal thing. So shout out to the kids too for bringing their A game. I'm really, really proud. Again, the veterans program today was amazing. I cried again. I'm just the district crier, I think, but it was phenomenal. But the message that our guest speaker, the fact that she's from here and she's been all over the world and has seen and done, and just that seed of hope that was planted today, it was phenomenal. And Ms. Dubois was right. Our students were just hanging on their every word, and I don't know, just did the small town girl's heart really good. They needed to hear that, so I gave her a big hug and I said, "You come back anytime." But it was phenomenal. So yeah, shout out to National Honor Society at the high school for organizing that for us. We are gonna go ahead and host a talent show, a fall talent show. It's been several semesters since we've done that. The date for that is December 21st. And then our term 2 or quarter 2 Caesar Better, we have that scheduled for the 22nd. The kids voted and they want to do that annual trip to the movie theater. So I'm hoping, and it'd be amazing to send the whole building. So that's kind of what we're shooting for.
and the students will vote on the available appropriate movies and things of that nature. So they'll get to pick that over the next couple of days. And I'm gonna try to not get emotional again, but I have no promises. I just want to send a huge heartfelt thank you out to the middle school staff and all of my students who helped us get the donation center
Oh
rolling.
my gosh.
I had this idea, right? And I told Mr. Ferguson, I said, I just feel this pull on my heart. And I'm gonna approach my staff with this and see what they think. And they didn't hesitate. And then, but it didn't stop there. Like Miss Dumwell had staff and students, and they didn't even have to be asked. They just showed up and helped. And the same thing with Miss Aragon and teachers at the elementary school volunteering their time to keep the doors open. And so it's been a beautiful thing and something that we've all been able to do and come together to love on our families. And anyway, it's just phenomenal.
Super cool.
So
Super,
yeah,
super
shout
cool.
out to everybody.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you.
Wait, is that talent show gonna be just students or?
Jesus is ready to roll.
Mike, come on. No, that's a great question. So I encourage staff to get up there and do some things too, right? I mean, we're asking our students to be brave and step out of their comfort zone. I feel like we shouldn't do any less.
Because Jesus cleaned out his closet. Now he saw all his goodie stuff, right?
We can do a duet.
Okay.
On the 22nd. No, the 21st. That's how it shall be.
21st.
That's better.
December. I think it is.
So we're going first.
Oh, then okay, well, I'm lying to you, but not on purpose. It's that Thursday before we break. So it's the 19th. I stand corrected.
So it's 19th and
The
20th.
19th is the talent show and the 20th is the Caesar Better. Yes, thank you. Of course, it's gotta be this one.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, item 4, public, was that everyone? I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Miss Shelley.
Just wanted to do a quick reminder for the Thanksgiving lunches.
Yeah.
And so we want everybody to come out for that. And then I just wanted to mention that last week on Thursday and Friday, that we had students over to the cafeteria for kitchen tours and we made butter.
I heard all about it.
And so that was really fun. And Miss Dunlaw's group and Miss Christina's group did a really good job. And we always have fun doing that. And this year, at the end of the year, PD always wants all of these pictures from me and I can never find them. And, you know, it's all this stuff. So the whole year long, we're making a big PowerPoint. So at the end of the school year, I'll share with y'all so you can see what we've done all year. It's been really good. And then on Halloween, just before that, Miss Debbie asked if myself and Rosalinda would go over and judge their Halloween decor that the kids did. I was so impressed. They did an excellent, excellent job. They did a good job. I thought they all should have got it on with. They did good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanksgiving lunch, Bert, you said what day?
Right.
Friday. Okay,
This
that's right.
Friday. I have pictures from the pirate visit. I have quite a few pictures. And some of them are just kids.
Okay, that's good.
In the lunchroom, they may
I
not.
haven't shared the PowerPoint yet because we've got to go through all the secretaries and make sure, you know, that all the pictures are okay. So if you want to email me those, that'd be great.
It's probably too many. I'll put them on a jump
Perfect.
drive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just want to share this with y'all. Last week, Chris, Dr. Graves and I went to the legislative meeting to ask for legislative funding. So we've asked for 4 projects. One, the field house, the track, practice fields, and the bus barn. So there's information. We won't know until the session's over. It's a 60-day this year.
Oh, it is.
I saw this and it's really nice. Thank you for sharing it.
Our wish list.
Our wish list. No. We can hope, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you'll remember, for many, many years, we haven't asked for this money because we had to pay it back. So why ask if we had to pay it back when we got a PSFA award? Last legislative session, they got rid of that. So now we can ask for you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Would it help if we called our people?
Never,
Yeah.
never hurts. Never
Mhm.
hurt.
Okay, item 4, public forum. So, 5 minutes. We do appreciate you guys coming and participating in our public forum. We want all the input you guys have. We are not allowed to respond here. We can guide you to the appropriate person. All your input is super important. We just don't want you to feel like, oh, they just stared at us after. It's kind of awkward for us too. And so we just want to say that, we do take your input seriously and we hope to guide you to who it needs to go to if we don't have the answer. Okay. Thank you guys. So we do have a couple of speakers, Mr. Raul Salazar.
Yes, ma'am. All right, try to keep it to 5 minutes.
No, you're
Not
good.
bad,
Yeah.
not a little sooner, sorry to take your time.
No, thank you.
Good afternoon. I had to write this down because I do get a little winded at times, all right? And I do have a lot to say, and I know I've discussed this many times on the side throughout the football season and so forth, but it's come to my attention now that it's, that I guess action has been taken and I'm not agreeing with it. Good afternoon. My name is Raul Romelio Salazar. I'm an alumni at Dexter. I'm here on behalf of Matthew Miatis. I've known him for about 35 years and grew up on the other side of the bridge. We have always been competitors, as I was with many of my teachers and coaching staff until we all became teammates. Matthew was raised by a good family, taught the values. All of the Valley kids were taught respect, integrity, teamwork, confidence in themselves. These values have put many of us through life up until now and on the path we carved out for ourselves. I say this because these are the values that Matt brings to my son. As a coach and mentor, I moved my family back here in the Valley in 2018, when Matt immediately welcomed my son and many local boys to the Valley football team. Coaching during COVID and often volunteered his time and vehicle to transport the Valley boys and Roswell kids to Arizona and Texas to play. I was still active duty, but it was assuring to know that he was taken care of by a great man during my absence. Because of this reason is why my son, Espen, wanted to attend Dexter a few years ago, but wasn't able to due to the situations. He wanted to play with his friends, Easton, Manny, Uriah, and many others in the junior high and freshman class that he played with when he first got here. And Matt was a part or coached all those kids from even younger than that. Wasn't until I saw the difference in coaching that I asked for Espen to be able to be mentored by Matt and attend Dexter, which he did this year. Now I know Matt ain't no saint and does have his favoritism for his son from time to time, which is what I hear the most complaints about, and I say it myself. But we are all guilty of that while coaching our children when they grow up. We want the best of them, but I have to admit, Matt is always fair no matter what to all the kids at the end of the day. He puts in the work. If he expresses to himself, if you put in the work, it will show on the field or the court. His demand for my son to be better is one reason I wanted Espen to attend Dexter. I know he will be coached right by Matt and then Sonny and the varsity staff as he continues education. And will get a good education from the faculty here at Dexter as I did myself. He will be taught the same values as I was taught here and many others from good coaching and teaching. Yes, they do yell. They do demand more from certain kids, but all the kids are asked to give their all and are loved at the end of the day. He has been a coach. He has been the coach who the kids respect and also mentor, or even an ear to listen to them when they needed it. Coaches and teachers spend more time with our kids than we do, unfortunately, as parents. So they know better when a kid is good or when they're not. And Matt has been that voice to the parents when he sees a difference. I wanted to ask Mr. Graves, who made this decision on Friday, to let Matt go for coaching junior high. If he knows Matt, if he knows his family, if he knows how many kids he even has, if he knows anything about him. Because the allegation of verbal abuse that was said why Matt was let go is described as a range of words or behaviors used to manipulate, intimidate, and maintain power and control over someone. These include insults, humiliation, and ridicule, the silent treatment, and attempt to scare, isolate, and control. That is the exact definition of verbal abuse that was described as what Matt was doing as coaching the junior high football team. Now, if Mr. Graves knew Matt, he knew right away that with one parent, bringing this allegations up would have been the first red flag. By no means should it be taken lightly by those allegations, but an investigation should have been completed by both the boys, or to both the boys and to the parents of these allegations. Now, this athlete who accused Matt of verbal abuse was given multiple chances during the football season, and Matt's heart to the child allowed him to remain on the team after quitting 2 times and breaking school equipment in the locker room. Was that discussed with the parent while allegations were made? All could have been reason to be kept off the team, but Matt still allowed him to be manager so that he can be part of the team. With this allegation, I know Ms. Ferguson asked the kids a few questions. Was that brought up and discussed with Mr. and Matt before the termination? I asked my own son about these allegations, and his exact words were, "I didn't see nothing wrong with it. He's just coaching." I asked him directly, "Did he ever say anything bad, derogatory toward you or any student?" He said no, but the ones he was a little harder on were the ones that just weren't trying. To me, that's coaching, in my opinion. The meeting was scheduled a few weeks ago for these allegations where Mr. Graves and the principal did not attend. While Mr. and Matt were there, no decision was made at that time. Until a week and a half later, when Mr. Graves told him he was done coaching for this year on all sports and will be reconsidered next year after anger management classes. Are these classes also required for all coaches, including the varsity and junior high? Because they all yell at their kids to motivate them. They all are strict and hard with their kids, right? And if this year, it shows what that coaching does with the varsity football team, with the volleyball teams at the varsity level. No different at the junior high level. This school has let good and great coaches go before because of allegations or personal choices and agendas, and not in the best interest of the athletes or students. I do not want my son coached by someone that wants to be their friend. They need to be coached right, hard, and be strict. I don't want, the world is ugly and these kids need to be looked for by good coaches and taught the values that matter. Not how to make a TikTok video or how to make that one highlight, but to put in the work, become a leader, a good teammate, and most important, to be the student and a positive member of society. That's what athletics does. These are the values I know and many other parents appreciate Matt for, and other coaches for cementing these values into our kids. It was done to myself, and it made a big difference in my life, in my path. Now, when I wanted to be to any other kid different, in the junior high, in the elementary, or the high school. because these young men need their coaches. They need their faculty more than ever. They don't need friends, not from up the upper level. They need to be taught and coached. And in my opinion, that's all that was being done. And one allegation, when I have the support and the conversations of multiple parents on that team, and we all feel the same. So yes, I'm one voice, but my one opinion is of many. So thank you for your time, President Cobos, Ms. Miles, Ms. Lopez, and please bring this up to Superintendent Graves and reconsider his allegation and the allegations and his decision making. Because not only does it affect one child, it affects the school. And it has before, and I don't want it no more. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your service, Raul.
Yes.
Ms. Megara.
I just basically wanted to say thank you for several different things that I've seen recently. My husband and I have been going to lunches sometimes at the elementary school, enjoying Peter, and the food has been amazing, and you can't beat the price. And we just think that's really neat that it's allowed here in Dexter, and so I wanted to say thank you for letting us do that and come have lunches with our kids. It's a nice way to get a little extra time with them during the day. What you've done in the round building is amazing. And the community appreciates it so much. I know you're all involved in that, so thank you very much for that. And the football boys came out on Saturday and helped a group of us deliver sheetrock and insulation to several of the houses around town that have been affected by flooding. And they were very respectful and very helpful. They just really did an amazing job. So just wanted you guys to know from the community that some of these things are being seen and are appreciated and enjoyed. So thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that's everyone. Thank you both so much. Thank you. Okay, item business, item A, we have the first reading of policy advisory number 229. Bye, Peter.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Disposition of school facilities to charter schools, and these advisories are a little older, and so we're just coming around to them, I guess. And so
In July, I went back over past advisories because, the last couple of years, we haven't had any updates.
yeah,
And I did find them on the school boards.
yeah, they were on NMS. Yeah, they were on NMSB. I found them. Thank you, Jeannie. And so these are first readings, and so I don't know if you guys had a chance to read through them completely.
Not completely. There were some that I read that I thought we might need to look at again.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So we can just, and then the next one was the equal employment opportunity, which doesn't look much different than what is typically required in there, and that was the 230 GBA. And then the next one is the 231 GCIA teacher residency program. And I did, I think we'll probably need to discuss that one with Dr. Graves a little bit. Only because I want to say there was some wording in there that might bind us. And so we might need to look at that one a little bit. Do you guys have anything to add on either of those?
no, that's the one that I kind of looked over a little bit more that I
Oh, okay.
felt may
Yeah.
need a little bit of rewording
Or, yeah.
or some, yeah.
Or, yeah, just clarification for me too. I was a little stumped on that one. The next one is the retiree return to work. And that one looked, I think,
I thought that one was.
yeah, I thought that one was fine too. First reading for policy advisor, and these, you know what, maybe we can link them somehow on the PDF so that if people want to see them, is there, right? We could probably link them. We could just hyperlink it. 233 ACB, non-discrimination related to reproductive and gender affirming healthcare. Again, that one sounds a little intimidating, but it wasn't bad. The next one, number 234, Human Rights Act Protection for Gender and Gender Identity. That one's from August of 2023. Anything on either of those? Those were similar, but. And then item G is the first reading of policy advisory number 235, school board elections and holiday, which I guess we were kind of already abiding by that anyways.
Alright, so it's
Yeah,
statute,
mhm.
it's not there.
It's just not in our policy. Yeah, because that's why we had election day off last week. Item H, first reading policy advisory number 236, food services regulation. And that was dealing with like food services and facility usage from the food services, which I think we are pretty much abiding by all those already too.
Yeah, and then just the adult fees, which
Which, yeah, Ms.
We already
Montgomery's
talked
so good
about.
about updating those on a regular. So I think, yeah, I felt like that was a good one. First reading of policy advisory 237, open enrollment. And again, that one is kind of a Dr. Graves thing that we'll have to discuss with him on the open enrollment as well. Anybody want to add anything to any of those policy advisories?
no.
Okay. Okay, so item J, discussion on board vacancy. And so I wasn't here last month. Mr. Solis had his last board meeting. He did tender his resignation, and we were made aware of that. And so now we're short a member. There's several ways to go about it. From my understanding, we can either do just appoint, which is kind of, you know, we could appoint, or we could take letters of interest and then have letters of interest and interviews. And so I don't know how you guys feel about moving forward.
How much time is left on?
We have
all this?
we have 45 days from November 1, so December 15th. So before the next meeting. Yeah, staff's actually. So we might need to have a special meeting probably then.
Somebody will just fulfill the rest of his.
The rest of his term. Mhm.
Until the next.
Until the next election,
Until the
because
next
there's
election.
not, yeah, so then, and then I think it ends up being like a 2-year.
And then, so
Yes,
Yeah,
it
then that-
messes up, not messes up, but kind of the cycle
it's
will be.
just our
Mhm.
overall work cycle.
So they'll come in,
Whoever's appointed
fulfill.
won't finish his term, but will just serve until the next
The
election.
next election.
And then that election will be a full term.
Yes. So do you guys, I guess, I mean, I don't know anyone that we could appoint. I don't know if you guys, or if we just want to take letters of interest and then we'll do a special meeting. And then have it interviews, or, I mean, however we decide to do that. Do you want to use letters of interest then? You can just put letters of interest out on our webpage.
We have a document from
Mhm.
last.
I think that would be fair. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Is that how you feel about it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm fine with that too. Okay, so we will get, Kevin's here, we will have it on our webpage where we'll, take letters of interest and we'll open it up for, oh gosh, we probably need to do it pretty quick. What's today's date? Today's the 11th. Friday? Just till this Friday? That's fine.
It needs to be longer than that.
Maybe till, that's true. I don't have my calendar.
Well, because you still have to take the letters of interest, and then if
We'll have to do a
interviews
special
or
meeting.
whatever, then you still have to post for the special meeting, and then
And
adding
that's
time, just, then you have Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
so. It's quick, but.
So we could do till next. Well,
February weekend.
so we're saying we want to appoint before Thanksgiving break? Or not appoint, but
Well,
like
no,
choose?
but we have, so when's our next meeting on the 9th, December 9th,
Mhm.
right? So if we do till Monday, and then we'll have to schedule interviews, and then we're gonna be basically out the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
unless we want to do interviews the 2nd through the 6th. I mean, they'll have to be evening interviews, that's for sure, because I can even get off that much.
That's,
That's tight, huh?
that's tight.
Okay, so unless we just do till the 19th, just do till Monday. So full week, 18th. We're asking them, we don't know. The 18th, I don't know, Ms. Miles, what do you think?
Yeah, we
So
can
Monday to
just-
Monday, and then,
Just give us that deadline date and where you want letters mailed or submitted.
mhm. We could just have them submitted to email, I think would probably be the best, and then that way everybody would just get them. So yeah, we can just have submitted. So we'll open up for letters of interest, submitted to our emails, and closing date will be, you want to do 17th or 18th? 17th is a Sunday, 18th is Monday. We give a full week. Okay, we can do November 18th. And then we'll set up interviews. We'll probably need to have a special meeting ourselves on the 19th to, like, executive session to go over the letters of interest and then call for interviews. So,
Actually, I won't be here the 19th or 20th,
okay, so we could do it the
21st.
21st. Or,
Or y'all can do it without me, it's fine too.
I mean, we could even do it on a Saturday morning. I don't mind that.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just close it on the 18th and then we'll sort through our,
We'll post that and I'll just put your address, Kelly.
yeah, that'll be fine.
Because-
Yeah, because it's a rolling forum. Yeah, no, it becomes that. So yeah, no, that's
We'll get that
perfect.
posted tomorrow
Mhm.
and we'll email you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. So letters of interest, community members, you do have to be you do have to live in district. But that's it. That's the only stipulation. So live in district, and then we'll accept them to my email address, which will be all on the website, and then we'll get with you guys. Thank you. Item K, consideration of out-of-state travel. Do we have any out-of-state travel? None. Okay, so no action needed there. Item 6, finance and facilities. Item A, approval of October bills and payroll. Do you have any discussion or anything to?
I do not.
Okay. Do we have a motion on the floor to approve October bills and payroll?
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, October bills and payroll are paid. Item B, presentation of budget adjustments and transfers, and that's Ms.
I'm not
Harris.
sure that they made it to your packets.
I don't think they-
Oh, maybe
I
so.
think
maybe they did.
Yeah,
They
okay,
did.
okay. All right. If you have any questions, the first one is a payment in lieu of taxes. Y'all may be aware, some years ago, there's a solar farm out by Bitter Oaks, I believe, that we get a check from the city every year for about 4,000. So we've been getting that every year. We got a new check from the county for the 5,900. Another solar field somewhere, I don't know where it is, but we'll get that check annually for 20 something, 20, 30 years. So that's what that budget adjustment is for. The second one is Title I, final allocation for $97,000. The second Title I on there is just intra-function transfers. The kitchen equipment, y'all approved that last year, but it happened at the end of the year. We didn't get to spend it. So now we're going to get it in our budget because Shelley is spending it. And the third one, or the last one, I'm sorry, is Ed Fellows Grant. That's money that we will be awarded. It'll run through an REC in Ruidoso. But it's as far right now, the amount we know of is $147,000, and it will fund Ed Fellow educational assistance. It's a short time, the rest of this fiscal year only job, and their contracts and job descriptions will reflect that.
Okay.
They just have to be registered in an education prep program at a college.
Thank you. Righty, item 7, legal issues. Dr. Graves isn't here, so I'm assuming we have none. Item 8, personnel. We have item A, new hires. We have Stephen Hunt's boys basketball coach for middle school, Ruben Ruiz, head baseball coach for high school, Anthony Moring for boys assistant varsity basketball coach high school. And then we do have some resignations. We have, oh no, we don't. That was last month, so no resignations. Item 9, correspondence, future meetings and events. Dr. Williams, I'm assuming we don't have any correspondence. Item B, today there was the luncheons and all the great things you guys did, so thank you for that. And then on November 15th, is the Thanksgiving lunch, which is Friday with Miss Montgomery. And so come and have lunch with your kiddos. Students obviously eat free, but everybody else, what is the, $10. So $10 a plate. And then the times are elementary school is from 11 to 12, middle school is 11:20 to 11:50, and high school is 12:45 to 1:20. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't know because I like elementary for a while did like big blocks, but sure, I guess it's a 1 hour block. November 25th to 29th, the district is closed for Thanksgiving break. And then December 9th is our next meeting. But remember, November 18th is closing date for letters of interest for board vacancy. So let's make sure we see that. That is it. Anybody have anything else? You good? Okay. Item 10, adjournment. Motion on the floor to adjourn.
Motion that we adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. All in favor? Aye. So meeting is adjourned at 6:41 p.m. Thank you. That's fast.